Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome to the very first episode of our Monday Night Nitro roster. Now, if you're a bit confused by what's going on here, then be sure to check out the earlier episodes in the playlist. We do have an introduction video before this, and before that in the playlist there will be a draft video where we drafted all of the stars from the game, and a few that I've downloaded across 4 different brands, which will make sense when we get them all uploaded this week. And yeah, it's going to be really interesting because it's really given us a lot of different sort of ideas, stuff that we probably wouldn't have looked at if it wasn't for the case of being forced together in this draft. So I'm really looking forward to how it's going to go. So as you can see, we have 4 championship matches tonight. We're going to crown all 4 of our Nitro champions. So to kick things off, we are going to have the Ascension versus the Primetime Players for the Tag Team Championships. Then we've got a fatal 4-way with Curtis Axel, Heath Slater, Lex Luger, and Stardust. I will point out that a lot of these matches have just been randomly generated by the game, so I'm letting them run. We have got a 6 Diva over the top rope battle royal to become the first Nitro Women's Champion. We've got Brie, Bella, Cameron, Eva Marie, Alicia Fox, Layla, and Dana Brooke. That is all 6 women that are currently on the Nitro roster. There will be more joining. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be more joining at some point. It'll be interesting to find out just when that'll happen. But yeah, we'll try and work them in somewhere. We also have another tag team match. We've got the Vaudevillains taking on Blake and Murphy. So big victories here in a tag match could make you the #1 contender for the championships at our pay-per-view, which is actually going to be next week, next Sunday, I believe it is. So you've got a couple of weeks before that first pay-per-view. So a big win here for either of these 2 teams could put them in a great position. We then have Mikey Whipwreck versus William Regal. A bit of a strange one, but there you go. A television championship match. Now, how good does this look? Neville versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the television championship. And then our main event for the Nitro Championship, a fatal 4-way match. Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, CM Punk, and Brock Lesnar. What a match that is going to be. So, as I've mentioned in the draft episode, we are going to have to compromise a little bit on these universe modes because I don't have the time I used to really go through them all. So what we're going to do is we're not going to play all of the matches on each card. What we're going to do is we're going to play maybe 3 or 4 matches on each card, which we'll pick at the time we start the episode. And then it will just mean we'll get a lot more done a lot quicker, I think, as well. So obviously tonight we're going to play all 4 of the championship matches. So we'll sim this match here, the Fatal 4-Way. Boom, which was won by Stardust. He pinned Lex Luger. We're going to sim this match where Blake and Murphy picked up the victory over the Vaudevillains. And of course we'll sim this match as well as William Regal picked up a big victory over Mikey Whipwreck. So those 3 matches have been simmed. And now it gives us a great opportunity to go straight into the Tag Team Championship match. And here is that Tag Team Championship match. Of course, it is the Ascension taking on the Primetime Players to become the first ever Nitro Tag Team Champions here in our WWE 2K16 Universe Mode Season 2. And here we are now. Of course, because we are only having 4 matches per as well, it gives me a chance to just sort of build up the matches a little bit as well. And the Ascension is a team that I don't think WWE have really given enough enough opportunity to on the main roster. I think in NXT they really showed how fantastic they were, and that transition to the main roster, they seem to be tweaked ever so slightly, and it just hasn't got over. So I think maybe what would really help the Ascension would be a face turn, maybe just a random face turn just to get the crowd behind them, and then they can go heel again whenever they want to. And I think that would work quite well for them. But yeah, it's going to be interesting what happens. But in this universe mode, I know a lot of you people out there as well also agree with me that the Ascension are much better than what they're being given so far in WWE. So they'll be treated a lot better in this universe mode. And as you can see, we do have 6 tag teams on this roster. And Ascension were the first one picked to go for those Nitro Tag Team Championships. Connor and Victor taking on, of course, the Primetime Players. Now the Primetime Players, interesting tag team. I don't know why WWE ever considered splitting them up in the first place. I think they decided they could get singles action out of both of them, and it didn't really work, to tell the truth. I think Titus O'Neil is great though. He's got so much charisma, and I really think this guy, when he gets back from his ban, of course, from his stupid ban that Vince McMahon issued out, I think he's really going to go back to strength for strength. But this is going to be a very interesting match. Both these teams quite evenly matched. And I couldn't honestly tell you who's going to walk out of here the first ever Nitro Tag Team Champions. It's going to be very interesting to see. So like I said earlier on in this video, we are only going to be playing 3 or 4 matches every show. It'll depend on how good the card is, I suppose. If there's a match we really want to watch, then we'll watch the whole match. If there's matches we're not overly bothered about, we'll skip through them. Probably what will normally happen is we'll play the rivalry matches and the championship matches and things like that. So, yeah, especially, don't get me wrong, when we get to a pay-per-view, we will be watching all the matches. Pay-per-views are completely different. We'll watch all 7 matches. Of course, we'll do the raft steel. The raft steel? Okay, I've got to click a button here, haven't I? Boom. We'll do the draft steel as well as part of the pay-per-view as well. And of course, it's going to be really good, the pay-per-views actually. Sharing, of course, Nitro and Thunder will be sharing a pay-per-view next weekend. That's going to be fully loaded. And hopefully by then, all of the brands will all have their champions all decided. We'll do that this week. All the first episodes on across the 4 brands we will determine champions for every single brand. But let's have a look at our main event this evening. What a main event that is. Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, Samoa Joe, and Kevin Owens. What a main event. We've also got some other names that didn't reach the card this evening. We've got Rusev, Hideo Itami, Triple H, who is going to be the general manager of this brand alongside his wife Stephanie McMahon. We've got Chris Jericho, we've got Del Rio, we've got Goldberg. Who else we got? We've got some really big names. We've got Samoa Joe's in the main event, of course, we know. Mark Henry's on here as well. We've got some really big names on this roster. And we're going to have a lot of fun on this roster, I'm sure we are. Titus O'Neil just shoulder blocking Victor down. And I do like this arena as well. I've had to download this arena. I was surprised. I just assumed that there would have been a Nitro arena on the game, but there wasn't one on there. But luckily enough, some of the guys on the community creations are absolutely incredible, and they've created this really good Nitro arena. And we do have a really good Thunder one as well. And I'm really looking forward as well tonight to watching Nakamura taking on Neville for the WCW Television Championship. That's been a great match as well. Titus O'Neil and Connor slides out the back, and there's a neck breaker on Titus. See, even though we're only playing 4 matches per show, or 3 matches per show, depending on what the show looks like, these episodes are still going to last close to an hour, I believe. It's not going to be far off. Now, of course, this episode's probably been uploaded a little bit later than this, but I'm actually recording this while I'm waiting for WrestleMania to start. It's now just gone 8 o'clock, so I'm going to try and get a couple of episodes of this out of the way, recorded, and then, of course, WrestleMania. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to start watching the pre-show at 10 o'clock in the UK. You guys in America, you're quite lucky you get to watch it at a decent time. Then again, it's not quite as bad as it was watching NXT TakeOver on Friday night. Because I'm in the UK, NXT TakeOver, it started at 3 o'clock in the morning for me, and it finished about 5:30 in the morning. So that was pretty intense, that was. But now, yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching WrestleMania. Titus O'Neil really dominating Connor here now as well, and the Primetime Players looking like they could be strong possibilities to be the first ever Nitro champions. Now, one of the main things I wanted to do by doing this roster split is just to spread out some of the bigger names and really give a lot of people the opportunity to wrestle. So, by only having 6 tag teams on this roster, is it 6? No, 7 tag teams on this roster, we will get a lot more opportunity to see them all, so that's going to be pretty interesting. By seeing Blake and Murphy pick up a victory over the Vaudevillains earlier as well, maybe that would make them the #1 contenders to face off against the winners of this at next week's pay-per-view. Who knows? We'll have to decide that as we go along. Also, I just can't wait to see Neville versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This is a brand new Shinsuke Nakamura I've downloaded. Just downloaded it a couple of hours ago, and it looks fantastic. I think it's quite a new one on the community creations. I've tried out in 1 match already, and the match was immense. It lasted about half an hour. It was a singles match against Elias Sampson. It lasted about half an hour, and it was an absolutely fantastic match. And I'm hoping to get something very similar to that this evening as we see him face off against Neville. And if you did watch the debut of Shinsuke Nakamura against Sami Zayn the other night, you now know what all the hype was about. He is incredible. That match against Sami Zayn was one of the best matches I think I've ever seen. And I watch a lot of Japanese wrestling, a lot of indie wrestling. I watch a lot of wrestling in general, and that was just incredible. In comes Victor now to face off against Titus O'Neil. Connor managed to get a little bit of control back now in this match, and Victor with a snap suplex on Titus O'Neil. Nobody has gone for a pin as of yet. Victor now making his way up to the middle rope. Went for that double fist drop, I think, and Titus O'Neil catches him up against the rope. Titus now taking Victor up and drops him gut first across that top rope. That's going to be painful. And Titus going straight for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, so close to a free count. We nearly had our first Nitro Tag Team Champions crowned there. Titus now just twisting the head of Victor, slowly makes his way back up to his feet. Big punch to the gut of Titus. Now can Victor take control back of this match, sending Titus O'Neil into the corner. O'Neil comes back out with the back elbow. Sending Victor into the corner, but Victor reversing once again, taking Titus up top. What has Victor got planned here? It's going to be a high impact move. Both these guys are not small by the oh, he's going to go for it. A superplex on Titus O'Neil. He's a big man. You know the phrase, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Is it going to be enough? Oh, God, that was close to a 3 count once again. We nearly have brand new tag team champions in the shape of the Ascension. In comes Connor. Titus O'Neil electing not to make the tag to Darren Young and try to pick Connor straight up, but Connor slides out the back and sends Titus straight over the top, crashing to the ground below. And Connor goes out to meet Titus O'Neil. He's going to use the environment here to the advantage of the Ascension, now just launching Titus into the ring steps. Now, of course, remember, we do have 4 different brands ongoing in this universe mode. What we'll do is I will put a link in the description to all 4 playlists. It's definitely worth a watch. The stars have really been spread out really, really well. And some rosters, such as Thunder's, done really well. Thunder managed to draft the likes of The Undertaker. They got Sting, Dean Ambrose, Finn Balor. They got all of Bulletproof, actually. So Thunder I'm really looking forward to getting to as well. But Nitro and Thunder, I think, really did pull out the best draft. But then again, Raw got a lot of retro superstars, but they managed to also pick up some guys like John Cena and Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn and Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. Some really good names on Raw and on Raw as well. And of course, SmackDown picked up some really good names as well. So all the rosters are quite nicely mixed. And of course, like I said earlier on, with the inter-promotional matches at each pay-per-view, there's going to be a little bit of movement around each roster with some of the big names as well. So that's going to be interesting to keep an eye out on. I quite like this format of doing it as well. I've always wanted to do a universe mode like this, but I've always thought about, because my channel wasn't really big enough to attract a lot of people to it, I wanted to try and stick to stuff that people would know, but I've decided I want to just have a go at this. I want to try and spread everyone around and do a proper draft like this, and it's really good. And I think what we might do is, in a few months' time, maybe after SummerSlam, which will be about 3 months in, we might have a little bit of a mix-up, where maybe each brand will take one person from an opposing brand. So everyone will get 3 new people maybe, and that might just spice things up a little bit. Of course, we are going to be a little bit RP, a little bit role playing. We might look at doing maybe a brand trade, or we might look at doing a new signing as well. I've tried to keep things a little bit more realistic to start things off, but as we go further on, maybe there could be some big independent wrestlers that are out there that all the brands are competing to sign. Maybe someone that is rumoured to be signing NXT at the time. Maybe someone like Bobby Roode, or someone like Kota Ibushi, who we saw at NXT TakeOver the other night. Maybe they could be free agents and all the 4 brands could be looking to sign them up there. So yeah, we'll stay a little bit roleplay, maybe to try and help strengthen some of the rosters, because I think Nitro could maybe do a 1 outstanding women's wrestler. They've got quite a few decent names in there, and we'll see how they get on in the 6-woman over-the-top Red Battle Royal later on. But it'd be interesting if they were to swap and get somebody like a Alita, or somebody like a Trish, or an AJ Lee, or someone like that. It could really strengthen that roster. Now, Titus O'Neil is down on the outside. Victor had taken him out. So if Connor can get a pin here, it might be victorious. But Titus is making his way back to his position, as Connor looking for an exploder suplex, but turns it into a power slam. I thought he was going to go in for the pin then, decided against it. And now Connor looks to bring in Victor, and the Ascension are slowly starting to take complete control of this match. But Darren Young, should I say, catches Victor straight into that Russian leg sweep. And of course, we are continuing on the random match series as well. So if you would like to see any specific random matches, let me know in the comment section below. I will get them all recorded, and that'll be uploaded as well. I've had some great suggestions from you guys over the last few days, and I will get on to recording those very, very soon. Great tag team maneuver there by the primetime players. Titus O'Neil with a pin. Connor gets blocked off by Darren Young, but it's not enough, as Victor kicks out after a 2 count. Darren Young now sending Connor over the top. Titus has Victor in the middle of the ring. If Titus can get the pin over Victor here, it might be enough, as Darren Young's really taken Connor out of the equation on the outside. Not the best thing maybe for Darren Young to do. He's actually thrown Connor into the ring. Titus O'Neil with a pin, and Connor's just stood there and breaks the pin up before the referee can even get down for a 1 count. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit more extreme, maybe this one, a little bit less realistic. This universe mode, like we might have the elimination chamber on an episode of on a normal weekly show. Who knows? We will get into that a bit later on. I do maybe have that planned. Who knows? Who knows? There is a big front power slam by Titus O'Neil, pulling Victor away from Connor. In for the pin he goes. 1, 2. Darren Young has got Connor, and there we go. The Primetime Players are going to be our first tag team champions here on Monday Night Nitro, defeating the Ascension. Great win here for the Primetime Players. I think they also won the championships at one point in our normal universe mode as well, so looking pretty good in this universe mode, the Primetime Players. I thought the Ascension dominated quite a chunk of the match, but it looks like the Primetime Players managed to come back and pick up the victory. Like I said, with Blake and Murphy's victory earlier on against the Vaudevillains, would that make Blake and Murphy the number 1 contenders to go for this championship, maybe against the Primetime Players at our fully loaded pay-per-view? That's something we have to look at. Definitely something we have to look at. Maybe we can build up on that next week. Maybe we can have a look and see if Blake and Murphy can pick up one more victory. But they've defeated the Vaudevillains. I think maybe the Vaudevillains, Blake Murphy, the Ascension, Primetime Players, they're the strongest teams. We do also have the Social Outcasts, Triangle of Terror, and Los Matadors on this roster as well to build up the tag team division. But I think those 4 teams are definitely the strongest. So you know what? Yeah, let's have Blake and Murphy taking on the Primetime Players at the next pay-per-view, fully loaded next week. I think that's definitely something we should do. And let's hope I don't forget. Great power slam there by Titus O'Neil. And you see he pulls Victor away from the corner. Connor was quite slow into the ring, and it gave Darren Young enough time to get across and get a hold of Connor and take him down in that DDT, allowing Titus O'Neil to fully pick up the victory. And there we go, Primetime Players, very, very excited, as you can imagine, because they are the new Nitro Tag Team Champions. No one's handed them the belts as of yet, but they are the champions. Bit strange. There must be no title animation for these two. But either way, this is your brand new Nitro Tag Team Champions. And here is our next match. It is going to be the Divas over the top rope 6-person Battle Royal to become the Nitro Women's Champion. Now, as you can see, I don't think Nitro necessarily has the strongest women's division. I'm sort of thinking that Dana Brooke and Brie Bella might be the best 2 on there. Yeah, I don't think the rest are necessarily strong. And maybe that's something the Nitro GM Triple H can look at. Maybe he can look at maybe offering a trade to one of the other brands to maybe bring in a stronger female competitor. He has a lot of big name stars, so maybe he could look at maybe doing some sort of trade. So that's something we'll have to have a look at in the near future. And again, there are also people that can be signed that are not on the roster at the moment, so we'll have a look at as we go on. So we do have the entrances on still. And here comes Brie Bella. Now the best thing about this roster split is that the Bella twins are now split up. So I'm not going to get confused when I'm calling their matches between who is who. I know this is Brie Bella. I think probably the highest rated person in this match. Maybe alongside Dana Brooke. I'm not quite sure what she is rated. But this is going to be an interesting one, this. Who is going to become the first Nitro Women's Champion? Of course, the thing with a Battle Royal is that really it can come down to a lot of luck as well. It's not necessarily going to be the strongest woman that wins this match. That's definitely something we'll have to keep an eye out for. So the next person to make her way to the ring is going to be... I don't know. I think it's Alicia Fox. It is Alicia Fox. The first time I think I've seen Alicia Fox's debut on this game. Debut entrance, shall I say. So yeah, the first time I've used quite a lot of people to get... That's the same thing I was saying earlier. It's great to do this draft because it really does mean that we get to use everybody on the game a lot more Don't get me wrong, there's quite a big male roster on this game, and there's a lot of people we haven't seen as of yet. But as time goes on, we will get to use a lot of them, and I'm looking forward to that. And of course, if you've seen the entrance or the preview video or the introduction video, that's probably the better one. The video before this on the playlist, then if there's anyone there you really want to see some more of, then let me know in the comment section below, and we'll try and give them a push. Push them towards maybe a mid-card championship, tag team championships, whatever you fancy. We'll have a look and see what we can do. Now the third diva to enter this match is going to be... It's Cameron. Someone that I really do not rate, but there you go. I just think that the female division is the ones that are on the roster before the Divas Revolution. I just don't think they're up to scratch. If you consider the likes of Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Becky Lynch that came up, you already had Paige up, and you got Natalya. I think even the Bellas are half decent. They're pretty good, but some of these other girls like Alicia Fox and Cameron, and they're not very strong in-ring competitors. And you can only imagine when girls like Bayley, Asuka, Nia Jax, and even Emma and Dana Brooke, when they make their way onto the main roster, I think girls like Cameron and ones like that are just going to get pushed into the background, and they might just eventually disappear. That's what I think anyway. I could be completely wrong for all I know. Like I say, if there is a roster split after WrestleMania, then there's also the chance that there could be separate women's divisions. That's something else we have to look at. The next entrant into the match is going to be Layla, somebody who I was surprised was involved in this game, considering she hadn't been with the company for a very long time. But she's getting the opportunity here to become the first ever Nitro Women's Champion. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting because, like I said earlier, this is a lot of this is going to be based down to luck. So you could literally just get to the last two without really doing any work at all, and you could have conserved your energy enough to be able to take the other girls out. So that's an interesting one. And the next entrant into the match is going to be the one that I can imagine at WrestleMania this evening is going to get an absolutely incredibly bad reception. Now, I will say I have tweaked a few of these attributes quite a bit, so it might be more down to what I believe. But yeah, I've tweaked quite a few of these attributes to put the girls where I think they should be, and of course all the guys as well. And this is one of the ones that... Yeah, this is one of the ones that have been slightly reduced stats-wise, shall I say, compared to what she starts the game on. So I can't see Eve Marie being a very strong competitor on this roster, but she'll still get matches. With only 6 women on the roster, Eve Marie will definitely still get matches. Of course, this is the 5th entrant into this 6 Diva Over the Top Rope Battle Royal. Can you imagine if Eve Marie became the first ever Nitro Women's Champion? That would be insane. She's got the attire and the hair to match the red logo, though, but you never know. It could happen. It really could. And here comes the final diva in the match. A very, very strong woman as well. Former bodybuilder in Dana Brooke. And I must admit, I hated Dana Brooke when she first started in NXT, but I think some of her work with Emma has been really good. She's a really good talker. She's good on the mic and promos and stuff like that. So I think she might just get over very well as a heel. I can't imagine she's going to do a lot of face work in her career with the WWE. But heel-wise, I think she's going to do quite a good job. And I'm going to put her down as a dark horse to maybe even win this match. Who knows? I'm not even sure that looks like her actual entrance. That's how good some of these entrances are. And here we go. Looks like we are ready. And there we go. We are underway. And Eve Marie instantly just wipes out. Is that Alicia Fox out of nowhere? Maybe Eve Marie's not as weak as I originally first thought. So yeah, interesting. This is our 2nd championship match out of 4 this evening. Of course, our next match is going to be one that I'm really looking forward to. That is Neville versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Then after that, we have the fatal 4-way Falls Count Anywhere match for the Nitro Championship. Samoa Joe, Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, and Kevin Owens. What a match that is going to be. And Eve Marie looking to try and eliminate Alicia Fox straight away. And she's not doing too bad, Eve Marie. She's really started this match off quite dominantly, surprised me actually, and Brie Bella over the top rope and Layla looking to try and force her away as well. Alicia Fox fights Eve Marie off, and Brie Bella fights her way back into the ring as well. To say Brie Bella, I think one of the favourites to win this match. I think Brie Bella and Dana Brooke, I think, are probably the favourites to win this one. They now bring in Cameron back up to her feet. It's difficult to try and commentate on matches with the six people in the ring at the same time, because it really does, especially when they're all fighting each other, it really is difficult to keep track of what's going on. And Alicia Fox trying to eliminate Eve Marie, but Eve Marie fights her away. And Alicia Fox with a Russian leg sweep as well. Oh, there goes Layla over the top rope. Brie Bella looking to eliminate Layla. Will Layla be the first one knocked out of this match? No, Layla managed to fight her way back in, and Cameron was up on the top rope there as well. Dana Brooke nearly eliminating Cameron. Now, I wonder if Dana's strength is going to come into an advantage here as well. And Layla has Brie Bella over the top rope now. And there goes Eve Marie over the top. And see Dana and Brie Bella fight their way back in. And there goes Eve Marie, the first one eliminated from this match. We are down to 5 women in this one now. The dream of Eve Marie being the first ever Nitro champion is not going to happen for us. And then there was 5. Double DDT there by Alicia Fox and Brie. I've lost my voice. Where's my voice gone? I'm turning into Johnny Vegas. Ugh. I think if you're American, you're probably not going to get a Johnny Vegas reference, but there you go. Great DDT there by Layla on Alicia Fox. I think I'm going to be voice back now. And Dana Brooke is in trouble here. Cameron looking to eliminate Dana. I put Dana down as one of my favourites to win this one, but she does just survive against Cameron. And I'll straight back up and sending Cameron over the top rope. And Alicia Fox doing a great job of just sort of backing away and letting the rest of the Divas fight it out. She does get involved now with a Saito suplex on Layla from behind. And there goes Cameron eliminated by the big forearm from Dana Brooke. And we are down to just 4. And I think maybe two of the weakest have already gone, which is interesting because the game doesn't normally work like that. It normally just gives us everyone and anyone. So that's pretty interesting to see that. Layla now sending Dana Brooke over the top rope. Can Layla eliminate Dana Brooke? It'll be a big elimination if she does. And Alicia Fox sending Brie Bella over the top. I said I'll get them right if they're on different rosters, but evidently not. Alicia Fox looking to eliminate Brie. Is she going to be able to do so? No, Brie does manage to crawl her way back in, and that massive stiff clothesline there by Dana Brooke to the back of the head of Layla. That's dangerous. Dana now taking Layla up onto her shoulders and hitting her waistland. And Brie looking to eliminate Alicia Fox here. But Fox is still in the match. Alicia Fox now sending Brie Bella into the corner as Layla hitting a sidewalk slam on Dana Brooke. Dana now sending Layla over the top. Can she eliminate her? Be a good result for Alicia Fox if she finished in the top 3 of this match. Oh, and Dana looking to eliminate Layla the same way she eliminated Cameron. But Layla saw it coming. Now straight over the top rope again by Dana, who's really pushing Layla, and it could be an elimination. And there she goes. We are down to our final 3. Alicia Fox, Brie Bella, and Dana Brooke. And Alicia Fox looking to eliminate Brie, but Brie caught with that shoulder block to the guts. And Brie now sending Alicia Fox over the top. Now I said that Brie and Dana were my favourites to win this match, and it could end up with them 2 being the last 2 in this match as well. Well, Alicia Fox does survive with that shoulder block to the gut. Dana with a couple of big forearms, and Alicia Fox catching Brie Bella with the Shining Wizard. And now just the DDT to the knee into the mat. And Alicia Fox really doing some damage to Brie Bella, and Dana Dana Brooke getting involved as well. These two girls really just taking Brie Bella to pieces. And that's a very wise move by Dana Brooke really to align herself alongside Alicia Fox. Like I said, I think Dana and Brie Bella are the favourites to win this match. So by aligning together to take out the other favourite, it really helped Dana Brooke out. But like I said, a lot of this sort of match is luck, and you never know what might happen. Alicia Fox could win this one. You never know. Dana taking Brie Bella up and slams her down the scoop slam. Now Dana desperate to try and pick Brie Bella up, and Alicia Fox just kept kicking her. Now Fox taking Brie Bella up onto her shoulders into a gory special. Bloody hell. When did Alicia Fox learn to do that? Fox now bringing Nikki Bella back up to her feet. Went for the sidewalk slam, and that's one of the little things I would like to improve on this game next year is a lot of the grabbing in triple threat matches, because it does, when you grapple someone, you go for a move, if somebody else grabs, which they generally do AI versus AI, it stops the move dead. Oh, Dana sending Alicia Fox over the top rope. This could be the elimination of Alicia Fox. We could be down to our final two. And there we go. Brie Bella helping out as well. Now, Alicia Fox has got no chance here, really, surely. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Alicia Fox fighting her way back into this match. Really showing a lot of heart here. And Brie Bella, out of nowhere, sending Dana Brooke over the top. And all of a sudden, Brie Bella, I thought Alicia Fox was going to help them, but she decides against it. And Dana Brooke gets back into the match. It's been a pretty long one, this, you know. I'm surprised how long this match has gone on for. Oh, Brie Bella sent over the top rope, but Alicia Fox catches Dana Brooke up onto the shoulder, but Dana Brooke reverses it with that reverse DDT. I'll tell you what, whichever one of these three girls wins this women's championship is really going to deserve it. Brie Bella looking for some sort of full Nelson there, but Dana Brooke reversed it into a jawbreaker, and then Alicia Fox trying to catch Dana Brooke from behind as well. And then Dana Brooke just turns around and catches Alicia with a short jab in the face. Alicia Fox taking Dana Brooke up onto her shoulders and hit with a powerbomb. What? Has Alicia Fox got the wrong moveset loaded or something? Because this is incredible. Brie Bella with a short DDT to the kneeling opponent. Alicia Fox creeping up behind Brie Bella and catches her with a backdrop, a high backdrop as well. We haven't seen elimination for quite some time now. Alicia Fox sending Brie Bella over the top, and Dana Brooke just pushing in front of Alicia Fox to try and eliminate Brie. And I just annoyed Alicia Fox more than anything because she just caught Dana Brooke from behind. And now all of a sudden we've got Brie Bella and Alicia Fox working over Dana Brooke 2-on-1. And there's the grabbing thing I was on about there a second ago. Dana now sending Brie off the ropes. Alicia catches Dana Brooke into that Northern Light suplex. I don't know how we haven't had another elimination yet. I really don't. Brie Bella with a running bulldog on Alicia Fox. Dana Brooke slowly back up to her feet, struggling though. Dana Brooke now catching Brie Bella into the corner. Or looking to try and eliminate her over the corner maybe, but she reversed it. Dana again sending Brie into the corner. Here she is now lifting Brie up onto that top rope. Can she push her off? She's close. And she does. And then we go back to Dana Brooke and Alicia Fox. Brie Bella eliminated. She's done very, very well this match, Brie Bella. And now Dana Brooke looking to try and eliminate Alicia Fox as well. Is Dana Brooke going to become our first ever Nitro Women's Champion? Not yet. But forces Alicia Fox headfirst into the mat. And I did say Dana Brooke and Brie Bella were my favourites to win this one. Alicia Fox, I'm surprised, made it to the last two though. And it looks like Dana again looking to try and eliminate Alicia. And Alicia doing really well just to fight away from Dana at every opportunity. Alicia, you know, could become the Nitro Women's Champion herself. She's done very, very well in this match. And, oh, I've never... what happened there? I've never seen that before. Alicia just suplexed Dana over the top rope. And Alicia Fox has become the first ever Nitro Women's Champion. That was insane. I've never seen that before. It's insane. I've done quite a few Battle Royals and Royal Rumbles and stuff like that, but I've never seen that. Is that like an OMG moment or something? Do you have to have a finisher store to do that? Here it is again. Oh, don't put your sign in the way. Oh, these blooming people. Like just T-Bone's exploded suplex to over the top rope. And there we go, Alicia Fox with the Nitro Women's Championship, a bigger belt than some of the other ones. Some really good Women's Championship belts on the Community Creations, I would say. I tried to create my own, but I'm just awful at it. And there we go, Alicia Fox, the first ever Nitro Women's Champion. And what a way to win it as well, defeating in the last two of the people that I thought were strongest in this match, Dana Brooke and Brie Bella. But that elimination of Dana Brooke, Alicia Fox really, really deserves this championship. And she's done a cracking job here. So well done. So now we go on to our next championship match. And here is our next match of the evening. We're going to crown our first ever television champion here on Monday Night Nitro. It's going to be Neville taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. The following match is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Television Championship. Now, of course, all of the four rosters have their own upper mid-card championship. Nitro had the Television Championship, Raw has the European Championship, Thunder has the United States Championship, and SmackDown has the Intercontinental Championship. That's why they're all different. Of course, the main championship for each show is going to be, we've got the Nitro Championship, the Raw Championship, SmackDown and Thunder Championship. Same with the women's, the same with the tag team as well. So the upper mid-card championship is the only thing that is the only thing that's different on every single roster. And this is going to be an amazing match. Neville versus Shinsuke Nakamura. When Shinsuke Nakamura's name was pulled out for Nitro, it was just incredible. This Nitro roster is so strong. And I can see Triple H maybe using one of these bigger names, maybe one of the bigger names that he might not get much use out of, to trade to one of the brands. Like I said, maybe looking for a different woman to build up the women's division, maybe, or yeah, just something like that. Because I don't think he's got a lot of well, I suppose he has. If you can think of people like Jericho, Kane, Del Rio, Regal, could all go for this television championship alongside, of course, and Nakamura, who I would like to see at some point going for the Nitro Championship. Definitely going to be worth it. And if you saw Nakamura's debut against Sami Zayn, oh, just the man is incredible. He really is incredible. I've watched that match 4 times so far, and it happened 2 days ago. But yeah, it was absolutely incredible. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting roster, this one. There's a lot of switching and changing that could happen. And we do have some smaller teams around here as well. Of course, we've got Triangle of Terror and the Social Outcasts both on the Nitro roster as well. Nitro were very unlucky when it came to stables. I think they picked the 2 worst stables, really. If you consider that, I think Thunder got Bulletproof and NWO. I think Raw got the Nation of Domination and... Oh, I can't remember who else Raw got now. I'm pretty sure SmackDown got the New Day and... who else did SmackDown get? I can't remember now. We'll have to check out the first episode of SmackDown, because I'm sure whoever got it is going to be on there. That's what it's for, the Television Championship, which clearly says WCW on it, but it is the WWE Television Championship. That's what we're calling it anyway. And here we go. Here comes quite possibly one of the best matches to ever grace our universe mode. And it's going to start off with a nice bit of chain wrestling between these two. And I'd love to see these two wrestle in the WWE at some point as well. I'm sure it'll happen at some point. Great belly to back suplex there by Neville on Nakamura. Now the way this game works is that every wrestler is supposed to feel slightly different in the ring. So yeah, it could be quite interesting, really, because it really does mean that in matches like this, it's all about putting the chemistry together. The right 2 people would give you the best type of match. And I think these two are definitely the right sort of people. Both fantastic wrestlers, as Nakamura sending Neville off and catches him in the power slam. Nakamura now bringing Neville back up to his feet. Neville fighting through though with that clubbing blow across the back of Nakamura. And now a Saito suplex as well by Neville on Nakamura. Clubbing blow across the back. And a big right hand by Nakamura and a big kick That's what Nakamura's known for. He strikes, another big kick as well, taking Neville down. He's known very much for his strikes, and of course his finisher maneuver, which was the Bomb-IE, which I always struggled to say, but I think WWE have renamed it to the Kinshasa? The Kinshasa, something like that. So it's a bit easier for me to pronounce now. And I'm hoping they don't change his style too much. There was a picture I saw on Twitter today, actually, of Vince McMahon backstage watching that match. And I'm hoping his head's not thinking, well, we'll change this, we'll change this, we'll change this, because you cannot change a man that is, quite frankly, the best wrestler the WWE did not own until a few days ago. For me, anyway, yeah, he was definitely the best wrestler in the world, apart from that the WWE didn't have already. I know that's probably debatable with some of the other guys. I'm a massive advocate of Zack Sabre Jr. and Ricochet as well. But yeah, I think Nakamura was incredible. And I just wonder how long he'll be in NXT for. I know he's recorded the first matches for NXT already. I think he defeated Elias Sampson on. Yeah, he defeated Elias Sampson on this week's NXT coming up. Well, he faced Elias Sampson. I can only imagine he's going to defeat him. Sit out, scoop slam there by Neville, and Nakamura's legs hitting them ropes. Of course, them ropes are they're just stretched out steel. They're not soft at all. Neville with a pin. 2. Oh, thought we had a free count there. Thought we had a new television champion crowned already. And now Neville slowing the pace down with that head scissors on Nakamura, but Nakamura managed to roll through. And Neville straight with the reversal in that arm drag. Now Neville's someone as well that I may even look at pushing towards that main card championship at some point. And Owens versus Lesnar is something I always wanted to do on the last universe mode as well as a feud. So maybe that's something we could do on this universe mode. Be interesting to see if one of them comes out with a championship in our main event. Of course, that championship match could really go either way. And here we go. Nakamura locking in the cross armbar. Or the Fujinami armbar. Is it going to be enough for Neville to tap out? I think it's quite early in the match. And Nakamura does release the hold. And Neville straight back up with that snapmare. And now locking in the rear chin lock on Nakamura. Slowing the pace of the match down. Maybe a chance for Nakamura to regain a little bit of energy. But Nakamura slowly fighting back up to his feet. A couple of big elbows to the gut of Neville. Into that front chancery. See, it's interesting, even though we're only playing 4 matches on these cards, we're still pulling off some pretty long videos. Oh, Nakamura lining Neville up. And a big dive to the outside, and Neville avoids it. Oh, God. Nakamura hit the ground hard then. Really hit the ground hard, and as Nakamura maybe lost the match for himself there. A big move like that, if you miss a move like that, it can really do a lot of damage to you. And Neville now, I was going to say in full control, but there we go. Nakamura catching the leg of Neville into a dragon screw. And Nakamura's back up. He must have managed to roll through a little bit on that one. Nakamura, the backstabber on the outside. Struggling to get back up to his feet. The referee is up to a 4 count as Nakamura brings Neville up to a seated position. Referee up to a 5 and Nakamura back into the ring. Now, I'm not sure what would happen in the case of a count-out in this match because normally you can't win a championship by count-out, but if the champion is not in the match, of course, the champion is vacant at the moment. The championship, I'm sure it would still change hands. Oh, big clothesline by Nakamura and a second one, but no, Neville blocks it into a front forearm. Neville taking Nakamura up. Sit out powerbomb, middle of the ring, stays in for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. Neville nearly picking up the victory with that powerbomb. Not the sort of move you expect Neville to hit, and a reverse Hurricanrana. Neville rolling Nakamura over. Go for another pin. 1, 2. And again, Nakamura kicks out. And Nakamura slowly getting back up to his feet. Neville back up to his feet as well. But it's Nakamura who gets control of the match first. Sending Neville into the corner. There's a forearm to the back. And now sending Neville shoulder first into the ring post. Big stomp on the chest of Neville. Now brings him out into a front slam. Nakamura rolling Neville over. And now working on that knee again. Maybe a clever move by Nakamura to try and work that knee down. Of course, if you take away the knee of a man like Neville, it reduces his amount of power he can hit in them springboard moves and high flying moves as well. What a big bicycle kick to the back of the head there by Nakamura, who's taken a few seconds to get back up to his feet. Lost a lot of energy so far in this match, but it's definitely going to be worth it. Of course, the winner of this match will become our first ever television champion here on Nitro. And again, Nakamura once again locking in the cross armbar. We've not had many submission victories so far in this universe mode, or on this game in general. Only about 2 or 3 submission victories. It's difficult. And I just wonder whether that is actually Nakamura's finisher, or whether that's his signature move. But talking of finishers, Neville catching Nakamura with the cutter. And now there is the red arrow. Neville could be our champion here. Referee slow down. 1, 2. And Nakamura kicks out. Nakamura kicks out of the red arrow. And Neville was nearly our very first television champion. That would have been an incredible finish. And Neville again just sucking the life out of Nakamura with that reverse chin lock. And oh god, that would have been a great sort of end to the match. Nakamura finding his way back up to his feet. A couple of elbows to the gut of Neville. Can Nakamura get back into this one? Big boot to the head. Went for the kick to the chest, but Neville catches the leg, and there's a dragon screw of his own. Neville rolling Nakamura over, but Nakamura just kicking Neville away. Brings him back up to his feet. What has Nakamura got planned here? Doesn't get a chance to execute anything as Neville catches him with that forearm, and Nakamura slides out the back of that potential slam into a DDT. In for the pin goes Nakamura. 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2 count. Both guys still struggling to get back up to their feet. What a match this has been. Both guys really taking it all out of them. Neville with a German suplex on Nakamura. Back up to his feet. And again, Neville with a reverse Hurricanrana. Nakamura looks down and out. His head slamming off the ring once again. And surely if Neville makes a pin here, he's got to win the match. He's taking his time over though. Is that going to come back to haunt him? There's the pin. 1, 2. And no, again, Nakamura kicks out. You've got to think if Neville would have gone for the pin at a split second quicker, he might have picked up the victory in this one. Neville once again now taking Nakamura up. We saw this earlier in the match. Sit out powerbomb. Opts not to go for the pin though at the time. Back up to his feet, but Nakamura catches Neville with that big knee to the face. We know he loves a good knee to the face, Nakamura. A big stomp on the chest of Neville as well. Nakamura needs to look for that Kinshasa knee. He's going to go for the cross armbar again on the same arm. Is it finally going to be enough to get the tap out victory? It's not. Neville survives once again. And there's the cutter by Neville. He used that to set up for the red arrow last time. It looks like he might be doing the same again. Neville to the top rope. Nakamura's quite a distance away, but he still hits it. And that's an incredible one. That he got a rotation in it as well. And surely Neville is going to be our very first Nitro Television Champion. What a fantastic, fantastic match between these two. And I'm sure at some point there has to be a rematch because that was just incredible. We just see a few of the highlights from this match. Here was Neville with the first of those sit-out powerbombs. There it was. He stayed in for the pin on that one. Only got a 2 count though. And there he is bringing Nakamura back up to his feet. And the reverse Hurricanrana, that was incredible. That was. I'm surprised Nakamura managed to kick out of that. And again, Neville pinned him, but only got the 2 count. And there was a second reverse Rana. Again, a big, big move. And again, only enough for the 2 count though. I think he just took a little bit too long there, Neville. If he'd pinned him a bit quicker, he might have picked up the victory there. But he just took a few seconds to repossession Nakamura. And here it is, the red arrow that finished the match. And look, he actually gets an extra rotation than normal and ends up facing the announce table. How incredible was that red arrow? And that was enough to pick up the free count. And Neville is our first Nitro. When the loading screen finally finished, there we go. Neville with his championship. I think that might know Neville did win the Cruiserweight Championship in our first Universe mode. So this is Neville's second title reign across this game for us. And he'll be hoping it's going to be a better one. Of course, this is a step up from the Cruiserweight Championship. This is the upper mid-card championship. And there'll be guys like Jericho, Stardust, Regal, who else? DDP, Jake Roberts, and even guys like Del Rio and maybe even Owens that will be looking to fight against Neville for this championship. It's going to be a highly fought after championship, especially with such a bolstered main event. There's going to be quite a few guys that attempt to go for this belt as well. So that's 3 out of our 4 championship matches, and let's get to the last one. And from one amazing match to the next, this is a fatal 4-way Falls Count Anywhere match for the Nitro Championship. Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, CM Punk, and Brock Lesnar. I can't even say anymore. That's just incredible. It really is. And I'd love to see some of the feuds we can get off of this roster. You got Hideo Itami versus CM Punk, Nakamura versus Punk, Neville's versus Owens will be a good match. Neville versus Owens. Joe versus Owens was never really a feud that kicked off in NXT, but we could do that as well. Owens versus Lesnar is one that I want to do. Punk versus Lesnar. There's so many fantastic feuds we could get off of this roster. I'm really looking forward to getting our first pay-per-view next week as well. Of course, whoever wins this Nitro Championship will defend it at that pay-per-view. Against who, we don't know as yet. Maybe it might be another multi-person match. Maybe we'll have a number 1 contendership match next week. Who knows? We'll have to decide as we go along. But here comes Big KO, Kevin Owens. One of the fastest rising rookies in WWE. At the moment, as I record this match, he's the Intercontinental Champion, although he will be defending it in a couple of hours' time in a 7-person ladder match at WrestleMania, which I expect Sami Zayn to win. So I'm either looking incredible right now, or I'm going to look like a dick because I got that completely wrong. But there you go. There you go. So, of course, so far we have seen 3 new champions crowned. We saw the Primetime Players win the Tag Team Championships against the Ascension. We saw Alicia Fox become the first Nitro Women's Champion. And we just saw Neville defeat Nakamura in an incredible match to become the first Nitro Television Champion. So who is going to become the Nitro Champion? Now, I will say this now. In the future, we will also be bringing in another championship. And that is going to be the WWE Undisputed Champion. That champion will be available to all 4 rosters and can defend the belt against anybody from any roster. So that's what we are going to bring in at some point. Not yet. We're going to obviously crown all of our in-brand champions before we even think about doing anything like that yet. And here comes a man that could really just blow Monday Nitro out of proportion. CM Punk. Just what a roster Nitro have got. It was incredible when it drew out. And of course, remember, at the pay-per-view next week, there is going to be an inter-promotional match. Somebody from Nitro, or a group of people from Nitro, will take on somebody or a group from Thunder. The winner of that match will earn their team, or will earn their brand, a draft steal from the opposing side. So any one of these 4 guys could end up a member of the Thunder roster in a couple of weeks. That's very, very possible. Of course, the only people that are immune from the draft are going to be champions. And it's not only single stars that can be stolen. It could also be tag teams. It could also be stables. So who knows? Thunder could win and they could end up drawing the Social Outcasts, which would be an absolute gutting one for them, wouldn't it really? But then again, it's 4 guys to add to their roster, so you never know. And here comes Samoa Joe joining the 2 guys already in the ring. Of course, Samoa Joe and CM Punk had an incredible match in Ring of Honor about 10 years ago now. It's something I actually uploaded as a random match a few weeks back, so keep an eye out for that. It was a really good match, and we could actually build upon that here in this universe mode as Joe and Punk both drawn for the same brand. We could end up having a great feud, even for the championship between these 2. Now, you notice that Triple H was also branded for Nitro. He was drawn for Nitro. Not only is he going to be an eligible wrestler for Nitro, but he's also going to be the general manager alongside Stephanie McMahon. So, at the moment, he's going to take a step back. If he feels like he needs to step in, he will do. But at the moment, he's got enough main event stars to really push on and do what he needs to do. But I'm thinking some feuds with Triple H might be quite an interesting thing to do. Maybe against Brock Lesnar. Maybe against CM Punk could be an interesting one as well. Judging by the history of course, CM Punk leaving the company and things like that. That could be a possibility, something that could happen. As we await the fourth and final man in this match, and possibly the favourite for this match as well, of course it is the monster. The monster? The Beast. The Beast incarnate, that's it. Brock Lesnar. I completely forgot what he was there for a second. So, who's actually the favourite of this match then? I think Lesnar could be the favourite, but Kevin Owens, CM Punk, Samoa Joe, they've all got the possibility of winning this match. There's no reason why any of them can't. And the reason I always do this with Fatal 4 matches, I always make them a Falls Count Anywhere match, and that's to do the mechanics here on 2K16. It's quite clever what they've done mechanics-wise. Whenever there's a Fatal 4 match, 2 guys will fight outside the ring, while 2 guys fight inside the ring. And it might keep changing this, that, and the other, but I always do Falls Count Anywhere to make sure that the 2 guys outside the ring can still win the match, because in a normal Fatal 4 match, you know that the 2 guys inside the ring, they're the only ones that can win the match, really, because pinfalls only count outside the ring. So by making it a Falls Count Anywhere, it really opens it up so anything could really happen. So Brock Lesnar, in my eyes, probably is the favourite. However, if Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe are fighting on the outside, and Samoa Joe picks up the victory over Owens before Lesnar or CM Punk could get there, then Samoa Joe could be the Nitro champion. It's that simple. It really could go either way in this match. And it's going to be an incredible match as well. Of course, it's no disqualification as well. There is the Nitro Championship. Of course, the really old World Heavyweight Championship belt from WCW. And this match is about to get underway. So, here we go. Owens, Joe, Punk, Lesnar. Who is going to be our first Nitro champion? There we go. We've got Joe and Owens going to be outside. Punk and Lesnar staying on the inside. 2 fantastic potential feuds from this match as well. See, Samoa Joe just getting launched into the barricade. Now Owens throwing Joe into the ring. And a big boot to the side of the head of Joe as well. And you'll see Owens will slide back into the ring, and instantly one of the 2 pairs will try and disappear outside. Oh, as Brock Lesnar just accidentally shoulder blocks the referee and takes him down. There you go. Lesnar just taking Punk to the outside now, and Joe and Owens will stay in the ring. But like I say, Falls Count Anywhere, so really this is probably not a very good position for Punk to be in, outside with Brock Lesnar. And there's the big backbreaker by CM Punk. We're not doing too bad against Brock Lesnar. Big right hand by Kevin Owens. Taking Samoa Joe up. Struggling to keep him up, and hooks the head. I've seen this before. Oh, vicious, vicious move. Takes him up to a powerbomb that almost like German suplexes him backwards. Incredible, incredible move by Kevin Owens. Could have broken Joe's neck there. But it's definitely done enough damage to really give Owens control until Joe trips him over. Commentator's curse there as Punk gets launched straight into the ring post by Lesnar. And now Samoa Joe does have a chair. As Lesnar goes to the pin over Punk, and Samoa Joe with a chair straight across the forehead of Kevin Owens. And a couple of chair strikes to Owens as well, and Joe, you know, could win this here. He's demolished Kevin Owens with his chair, and again, no, Owens catches the chair before he gets a chance to hit him in the forehead once again. And Owens with a Saito suplex. But how much damage has Owens taken from that chair? That was a couple of vicious strikes there by Samoa Joe. Joe with a clubbing blow across the back of Kevin Owens, or DDT as well. Has a great butterfly suplex by Brock Lesnar on the outside. Referee's got 2 pins to contend with, but I think they automatically cancel each other out in this situation. I'm a little bit annoyed we can no longer do an elimination match. That was something I used to do a lot in 2K15. I did enjoy doing elimination matches. And Joe's got hold of that chair once again. Kevin Owens slowly back up to his feet, but it's not enough. And Joe also took out the referee. CM Punk had Brock Lesnar pinned, and Joe took out Kevin Owens and the referee at the same time. Joe playing a fantastic heel here. And now Joe locking the submission on Kevin Owens. CM Punk spots it and back into the ring, and a punch to the back of the head of Joe forces him to break that pin. And CM Punk leaves the ring with the chair. And he looks to introduce Brock Lesnar to it, but Lesnar caught Punk, and Punk reverses. Joe with a pin now in the middle of the ring, and Owens has taken a lot of damage, but evidently not enough. Punk's got Lesnar pinned on the outside. Everything the referee sees, he does now. Only a 1 count. The referee saw that very, very late, and I think Punk maybe could have won the match earlier on. And let's see a little bit of a change up now, as Joe's on the outside and just staring down the pin. Obviously had trust that Brock Lesnar was going to kick out. What's Owens doing up top there? He takes CM Punk down from the top. And now takes Brock Lesnar out with that jawbreaker. And now all 4 guys just colliding on the outside. Punk with a pin on Lesnar. Owens can't seem to break it. He's locked into a punch, and there we go. He's broken it now. Owens just sending CM Punk into the barricade. Big kick by Joe to the back of Lesnar, and this is a very hard-hitting match between these 4 guys. Joe now with a pin. Owens didn't see it till late, but did manage to take it out eventually. Owens now creeping up behind Lesnar. There's a Saito suplex on the outside, and we see Joe clash with Punk. Joe sending Punk into the ring, and Joe hasn't seen the pin by Owens. Owens nearly stole the victory there over Brock Lesnar. CM Punk sending Joe off that far side ropes and catching him into a power slam. It's a big sit out front slam there by Kevin Owens on Brock Lesnar as well. Punk just rolling Joe over. And there's the pin by Owens. And Samoa Joe had locked in the Anaconda Vice, but Joe broke out pretty quickly. Now Owens with a chair to the back of Lesnar. And Lesnar's really taken a beating in this match. Owens just destroying Lesnar with that chair. Drops the chair as Lesnar gets back up to his feet. And now Owens taking Lesnar up. Oh, he's not going to do this again on the outside, surely. As Punk with a GTS on the inside. Punk with a pin here. 1, 2. Oh, it's a 2 count. Punk nearly became the champion now. Owens with a pin on the outside. Again, referee doesn't see it. Referee can't see the pin from where he sat. And CM Punk breaks the pin up. Poor referee in there. Owens into the barricade by CM Punk. Now Punk taking Owens head first into the barricade once again. Joe sending Lesnar into them ring steps. Discus forearm by CM Punk on the outside. Joe bringing Lesnar back up to his feet again. Sends him across back towards the battle between Punk and Owens. Punk going for the pin. And Samoa Joe did manage to break it up. Punk now with a neck breaker on Lesnar. In for the pin he goes, and in for the pin goes Samoa Joe. And the referee refuses to count either because they're both pinning at the same time. Funny mechanic that. It'd be interesting if they didn't do that way. I suppose they have to do it that way, I suppose. So all 4 guys very clustered up at the moment. It's going to be difficult for anyone to pick up the 3 count. CM Punk, the only man standing at the moment, sending Samoa Joe into the barricade. And now a snap suplex by CM Punk on Samoa Joe. As Kevin Owens taking Brock Lesnar up. Oh, he went for that. Oh, he went for the blimmin' package power driver. Owens manages just to break up the pin in time there from CM Punk, who almost won the match. Punk now with a backdrop on Kevin Owens. Now Punk in for the pin again, but Samoa Joe slowly back up to his feet and does get there just in time to break it. I'm not quite sure what's happened in this match. No one seems to be able to stomp a pin. All seems to be just kicking it. Or they didn't seem to be punching to thin air. Like now, exactly again, as CM Punk tried to pin Kevin Owens. Again, I don't quite know what's going on. There we go. Thankfully, Kevin Owens broke the pin himself, but none of the standing guys seem to be able to break the pin. As Brock Lesnar with a butterfly suplex. on CM Punk as Samoa Joe now locking in the coquina clutch. But he hasn't noticed that. He didn't notice there was a pin there between Lesnar and Punk, and Lesnar desperately trying to break the submission hold, but Joe just won't let go, and Joe finally does let go. Headbutt to the back there by Lesnar. Well, I don't think's noticed that Joe's got the pin, and Kevin Owens does kick out just in time. And as I was saying earlier, it's a bit funny considering that I've cut down the amount of matches per card, and we're still over an hour on this video now. I don't think it's going to be coming. I don't think it'll happen this way throughout the entire game. I think the episodes will start to speed up a little bit, but for these first few episodes, of course, we've got some big epic championship matches. It's going to take a bit longer, but that's not a major problem. I'm sure you guys aren't going to moan. Lesnar with a pin here on Punk, and Owens doesn't notice. Owens has got Samoa Joe up into a package piledriver. He hits the package piledriver on the outside. And now Lesnar doesn't notice that Kevin Owens has got the pin. Owens is going to win this. Oh, Joe's kicked out. How on earth did Joe kick out of that? And it looked like Owens... Owens caught Brock Lesnar instead. Owens was going for Samoa Joe. Lesnar got in between. And Owens caught Brock Lesnar with that package piledriver instead. And that's it. Owens has just won the Nitro Championship. What a match that was. What a match that was. And Kevin Owens is our first ever Nitro Champion. And I must admit, I was expecting Lesnar or Punk to walk out of this one victorious. But that move by Owens was just, it was so funny. He kicked Samoa Joe in the gut to go for that package piledriver. And Brock Lesnar just got in between the two. So Owens just decided to get Lesnar instead. And there was a few... Early in this match, I was convinced that Owens was going to get... I was convinced he was going to get knocked out of this match because he got such a beating from the chair by Samoa Joe. I just thought he was not going to be able to get one in this match at all. But how wrong was I? Kevin Owens, the first ever Nitro Champion. Of course, he will be defending that belt at our fully loaded pay-per-view next weekend. So definitely worth keeping an eye out for that. Here we go. You see, look, he boots Samoa Joe in the gut. And then Owens just grabs Brock Lesnar, who's closest to him. There's the package piledriver. Samoa Joe and CM Punk just not really paying attention to what's going on. Referee's down. There's the 1, the 2. CM Punk tries to break it, but Owens just will not let go of the pin. And he was right not to, as Kevin Owens wins the Nitro Championship. And there it is. We have got 4 brand new champions crowned here this evening. We crowned the Primetime Players as the first Nitro Tag Team Champions. We crowned Alicia Fox as the first Nitro Women's Champion. We've got Neville as the Television Champion. And of course, Kevin Owens winning the Nitro Championship. So what a great show this has been. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then be sure to hit that like button. It does help me out a lot. And let me know you're enjoying this brand new universe mode as well. It should be going on a bit longer than one of the other ones have. So that's good. Of course, keep an eye out for the other free brands as well. There will be a link in the description below to all the playlists. It might take a day or so before they get populated, obviously, because this was the first show. But they should be there eventually. And of course, each roster have got a very, very good selection of different people. So we're going to see a lot of really, really good matches. And I think Nitro has really set the tone for what we can expect in the future. Of course, if you're not already, be sure to subscribe because there's going to be a lot more of this coming up. We're also doing the random match series as well. We should have a link in the description below for that as well. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I've been Shabby Gamer, and I'll see you all next time.